Welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all having a fantastic day, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. We're back here on the ground in Miami, Florida, after coming down from Seattle a couple days ago. And today we're going to be heading down from Miami to St. Maarten, changing a few things up on the aircraft as well. We are first of all flying American Airlines today, and we are also going to be flying in the Boeing 737-800. Slightly smaller aircraft than what we flew down. We flew the 737-900 down, and we're flying the 737-800 today. Big difference is, while the cockpit is the same, it is just a slightly smaller fuselage that we have for the plane today. Flight time today down to St. Maarten should be about 2 hours and 19 minutes from Miami airtime, and this is one of my favorite destinations in the sim. I've done it before. It is always a fun approach coming over Maho Beach. If you're an aviation enthusiast, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not an aviation enthusiast, well, just stick around to the end of the video. You'll see why it's a fun approach. And that is it. Plane is pretty much powered up already, actually. We got the plane ready to go, so all we need to do is put our flight plan in and get boarding started. We are also on VATSIM again. There's a couple planes sitting around here on the ground next to us. And that's it. Let's get on our way down to St. Maarten, head in the cockpit, get going. Alrighty, we're back in the cockpit of our aircraft today. Just need to get our flight plan file in here and finish up work with the FMC, but otherwise boarding has started, everything else is on, and we're pretty much ready to go here soon. So what we're going to go ahead and do, come straight down to the FMC. We're going to go ahead and get our pause init location. We're here on the ground at KMIA. Go ahead and put that in as our reference airport. Go to the next page, grab the left side GPS. Go ahead and drop that in here, looking all good. Alright, we'll go ahead and do a flight plan request. There we are, SimBrief route, KMIA TNCM. We'll go ahead and do that. Set our payload. Perfect. Set our fuel. Perfect. We'll go ahead and select the route, and the route's going to start loading into the FMC. Route and blink ready. And go ahead and load that. Going to start loading everything in. Perfect. Route's been loaded. We'll go ahead and activate that, execute that. Go ahead and go into the next page just to make sure everything is correct here. Perfect. Everything there is looking good. We're now going to come down to our departure and arrivals. There's no ATC on here today in VATSIM, so we're going to go ahead and just get our departure information in ourselves. So the winds are currently 090 at 11, so we will go ahead and plan the 8s for our departure today. We'll go ahead and use 8 left. That's what we have scheduled today. We are scheduled to be departing on the Clada 2 departure. I'm going to go ahead and take that one with the BITAC transition. Go ahead and execute all of that. Go into the arrival tab. St. Maarten. We are currently expected to be using the VOR Zulu runway 10 today. We're going to be coming in on the Ulaba 1 arrival, and our transition today is going to be Slugo transition, so we'll go ahead and put that in, and I think that's all we need. Yep, we don't need a transition today in for the VOR, so we'll go ahead and execute that. Perfect. Go to the legs tab, make sure everything is looking correct. Perfect. That is all looking good. We have all our information in here. We'll go ahead and go into the init ref tab, start getting our perf data in. Looks like boarding did just complete. So we're going to go ahead and come over to our tablet here, go to our performance tool, Miami, departing 8 left. Conditions are dry. Takeoff flaps will be optimum, rating is optimum, anti-ice will be off, packs are on. Import the weights, import the weather, calculate all of our V-speeds. And additionally, while we finish calculating that, we're going to come on down to the perf init tab. We'll go ahead and do a perf init request, start loading in all of that information. And perf uplink is ready. We'll go ahead and load that. Go ahead and execute that. Alright, just verified everything is correct here. We do have planned fuel on board 23.0. Zero fuel weight 131.2. Reserves 7.1. Cost index of 5. Cruise altitude is going to be 350, not 370. Execute that. Winds are correct, 280 at 71 for the cruise winds. That's all looking good here. We'll go to the N1 limit. Cell temp today is going to be 49 for our departure out. And we are expecting no takeoff D-rate, so that's all looking good there. We can go to our takeoff performance. we're expecting a flaps 5 departures. We'll go ahead and get flaps 5 in here. Get our CG in, 24.9, trim of 4.9 today. So we'll go ahead and get that in here. That's looking good right around there. And there's our V-speeds, V1 144, VR 146, V2 150. With that good, we'll come on up to the autopilot. We'll get everything in up here, V2 150, set in there. Runway heading is going to be 092 for departures. We'll go ahead and put that in. And initial climb out is going to be 5,000, so we'll go ahead and put that in just in case ATC comes online. Otherwise, looks like the autopilot is good. Boarding is complete, so we can come on up to the overhead panel. We can go ahead and get one fuel pump on, and we can start the APU. The APU starting up, we can go ahead and start our departure briefing as well. So here we are currently at Concourse D. We're going to push back tail to the right. We're going to pull on out probably at spot 13 or 14. Going to make a left on Whiskey down to Papa. Follow Papa all the way out to runway 8 right. I'm actually going to change my mind here. We're going to take 8 right instead of 8 left. Just a little bit of a easier taxi for us, and both 8 left and 8 right are being used for departures today, so we can use either one of them. So that's how we're going to get out of the airport. Once we get out, Clouded departure, we're going to be coming out of 8 right, following this track through these waypoints. And once we get out to Cloud, we're going to go straight out onto this track out. No speed restrictions, no altitude constraints, just a straight shot out to the end of the SID. So that is all. Of course, we have our top altitude in 5,000, and everything else is good here. And we'll do an arrival briefing when we get a little closer to St. Maarten. All right, there's our departure briefing. We'll go ahead and come on up, make sure the APU is looking good. It is. We'll go ahead and get the APU online. Perfect. We'll go ahead and switch to the APU gen. That's all looking good, and everything else up there is good. We're going to come down here, get our squawk code in. While we don't have ATC online, VATSIM still gives us a squawk code through an auto ATC. That way, when we do connect to other sections of the network, there will be a squawk code already in for the controllers to use. Our squawk code today is 7057. So we'll go ahead and put that in now. 7057. Perfect. That's all in the box there. Put our radio frequency in, which is 118.3 for CTAF frequency out of Miami, and then we'll switch to 122.8 once we are above 10,000. Perfect. That's all looking good. Just verify everything is correct. 7057 in the box. Radios are set. FMC is good. Autopilot is set. And the overhead panel is looking good as well. Looks like we are ready for pushback. So let's get all ready to go and push back from the gate. All right, just before we push back, gonna make 2 quick changes here. First one, gonna come back down to the FMC. Gonna go back to our departure from Miami, just switching us to 8 right now instead of 8 left. That'll be a little easier for us on departure. And then the altimeter for Miami. Altimeter is currently 3013, so we'll go ahead and put that in as well. 013, set and cross-checked. And now we are ready for pushback.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
There's our guy. Go ahead and while he starts getting things ready, we'll go ahead and get our squawk code to TARA. The other way. There we go. TARA is in. And everything else is looking good for our pushback. We'll get the seatbelt sign on.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Locking gear.
All right, ready to push back. Nose left, tail to the right. Go ahead and set that up.
Release parking brakes.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Pushing back from the gate. Verify we were looking good. Clear on the left side. Clear on the right side. Go ahead and come on up to the overhead panel, get some stuff going here. Yaw damper can come on. Fuel pumps on. Probes. Electrics. Beacon, and start engine number 2. Right, in position, parking brakes set.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
Go ahead and let them know we have a good engine start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
And while they are starting to unlock the gear, we'll go ahead and start engine number 1 into the ground position. So we also have some fuel in the center tanks. We'll get those on now as well. Start spooling up engine number 1, waiting for 23%, and we'll introduce fuel. Starting engine number 1.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass bin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Alright, he's all clear. There's the pin. Waiting for the wave. There's the wave. Perfect. Have a good trip. Thank you. I will. Alright, let's get everything finished up here. Come on down. Squawking 7057. That is all correct. Departure radios are correct. We have our engines up. We have our flight plan correct. I'm going to just verify now that I switched one thing quickly. Make sure that is all correct. It is still looking good. No discons. Perfect. So we're good there. Auto brake goes to the retracted position, and then our autopilot is set up correct as well for initial departure. Go ahead and come on up, switch over to the engine gens. Engine gen switch, go to gen 1. Go ahead and switch the bleeds over to the engine and get the packs up. And make sure the overhead panel is looking good to go. Alright, that's all looking good. APU can come off. And we are all looking good. We just need to get our flaps set correctly. So we'll go ahead and go flaps 5. Alright, flaps are set, flaps 5. We'll go ahead and finalize our V-speeds in the FMC, and we will be ready to taxi. Good there, 141, 143, 152. That is all looking good. We are all ready to taxi. We'll go ahead and get the taxi light on. Go ahead and release the parking brakes. Alright, parking brakes released. We'll go ahead and spool it up. Taxi on out to 8 right. Coming up to spot number, I think this is 13. We'll go and let everyone know we're taxiing the Whiskey and Papa to runway 8 right. Miami traffic, American 1136 taxiing to runway 8 right via Whiskey Papa, Miami. I know we're out there. We'll go ahead and start heading out of the ramp. Clear on the right side. Clear on the left side. Looks like there's a plane taxiing out as well over there. Make the left turn here. Slow down here. Here comes Papa. We'll make the right turn here. Clear on the left side. Go. We're on Papa. We'll take this all the way down to the runway.
Miami traffic door 05, of course, departing runway 8 left, Glades, free RNAV, approach south, Miami.
Alright, slowly coming up to the runway here. We'll go ahead and get our traffic rings turned on, arm the flight directors. That is all looking good there. Got one departing on 8 left. We will be taking 8 right for departure. We got nobody on short final, so we can line up on 8 right now. Let him go, and then we'll follow him out. Miami traffic, American 1136, lining up runway 8 right, Miami. Alright, coming up to the runway, let's go ahead and get our lights on. And Start switches to continuous, strobes on, and the wing light on. Clear on the left side, no traffic on the approach. Start making the turn now. And clear on the right side, traffic departing on 8 left, 8 right is verified. He is departing to the south, so we will go ahead and give him some space before we take off.
Miami traffic door 504 is clear from runway 8 left, continue collapse, fair on approach to the south. Miami left call.
Miami traffic, American 1136 taking off runway 8 right, latitude departure, Miami. Alrighty, here we go. Throttles up to 50. Start the clock. Stable. And 1 toga. Takeoff power set. Airspeed live.
80 knots.
Check.
V1 rotate.
Take.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Miami traffic, American 1136, clear runway 8 right, Miami. Start making that right turn now. Also go LNAV and VNAV. Let's go flaps 1. Line power's in. And flaps up. Perfect. Go ahead and put in 35,000 now that we are on our way out. There we go. We'll go ahead and get autopilot 1 on. Auto brake retracted. You're locked. You are looking good. All right, coming through 10,000. We'll go ahead and let the crew know we are through 10,000. Get all our lights off here. Start switches coming off continuous, and the wing light is off. All looking good there. All right, just gone through 18,000, our transition altitude, so we'll go ahead and go to standard barrel. That's good. All right, reach 35,000, cruise altitude. We'll go ahead and get the seatbelt sign on. Belt sign is off. Expected a pretty smooth flight today. Looks like no turbulence expected all the way down to St. Maarten, and we also have a very nice jet stream pushing us here towards St. Maarten. A nice 108 knot tailwind. Got us up to 544 on the speed right now. And that's pretty much it for now, so we'll see you all when we get closer to St. Maarten. Alrighty, we're back, coming up about just a little under 100 miles from top of descent into St. Maarten. Gonna start the arrival briefing into the airport. Pretty simple arrival in, no altitude constraints, no speed restrictions. We'll be descending already once we hit the arrival. We're gonna be coming in on the, hopefully I'm pronouncing this right, the Uluba 1 arrival. And we're gonna come in at Slugo, just fly this path all the way down, join the main line into Uluba. From there, we are going to switch to the VOR Zulu runway 10, and basically just a straight shot into the airport. We'll be taking over the plane at about 1600 if we have good conditions, and our minimums today, roughly, I'll put it at 500 for the minimums call out today. That is our plan. Go around altitude, we'll bring it up to 4,000 and over to turn right to 180 degrees. Follow this track out this way to the go-around position if necessary. Hopefully we don't have to do that. And since we are not in the US anymore, our transition altitude will be at 6,500. Once we land into St. Maarten, we're going to land on runway 10, come straight in here. I'm hoping to backtrack early on this little backtrack portion. One thing about St. Maarten is that you have to turn around and go back. So I'm hoping to turn around at this early point. If not, we will go all the way, turn around, and backtrack down 10. I'm going to try and vacate at Echo, and then we'll head into the main terminal, where we are going to be parking at, come in here actually, probably come in this way on the ramp and then turn right, because we are going to be entering into gate Alpha 1 if it is available. That is our plan. Parking for the day. Alright, here comes top of descent for us. Let's go ahead and get the plane prepped for our arrival. First things first, we're going to go ahead and get our runway heading, which is 096. We'll go ahead and put that in on both sides. Here's 096 on the one side. Go ahead and put 096 in on the other side. We're going to send down to 1600. 1600. We'll go ahead and then also put the VOR frequency in, which is 113.0. Got that on both sides in now. And that is all looking good. We'll go ahead and get the seatbelt sign on. We should be descending here in a second. There we go. There's our descent on the way down into St. Maarten. We're on our way down. And also just noticed that St. Maarten Tower, Princess Juliana Tower just came on. So we'll get ready for them. They're on 118.7. Go ahead and get that ready in here for when we get close. We'll need to call them until we're on final approach. 118.7, got that ready to go though. Otherwise, looking good. We'll just keep descending down into St. Maarten. Alright, coming through 20,000, we'll go ahead and start getting some things into the plane for our approach. First things first, since there is a tower on, we're going to go and get the ATIS information for St. Maarten. ATIS information, Bravo current, winds 170 at 4, visual 10 miles, few clouds, 1800, QNH 1016. Approach 10 in use, departing runway 10, advise you have information, Bravo. Okay. So that's all good. And since they are using 1016 for the QNH, we'll go ahead and get that put in now. 016 in and ready to go. In addition to that, we'll also get a couple other things in here. We're going to go auto brake. I'm probably going to go auto brake full because there is another plane now coming in behind us, so we're going to try and get off as quickly as possible. We'll go to the perf page here, start working on that. We are expecting runway 10. Conditions are dry. Go ahead and import the weight. Flaps 30, packs on, anti-ice off. Reversers are all operational. Auto brake is going to be max. That looks better. We'll go with max auto, 4,160 feet. We should be able to get off at that first turnaround point and backtrack, so we'll aim for that. Go ahead and come down here to the MC. We'll go with a flaps 30 approach. There we go. And everything else is looking good for the time being. And we'll also actually get our minimums in now while I have the chance to do that. Minimums is 500. Go ahead and put that in now. 500 in. And we're looking good coming through 15,000. Alright, passing Slugo now, going through 10,000. We'll go ahead and let the crew know that we are below 10,000. Landing lights coming on. Starts to continuous. And the wing link. Perfect. We're gonna turn now towards St. Maarten. Alright, through 6,500, let's go ahead and put the pressure in, 1016 set. You can see St. Maarten over there in the distance. That's where we're going to be landing shortly. Alright, we're going to start making the turn here. We'll go ahead and go flaps 1. Pull some speed brake out. Start bringing us down here to our approach speed. Let's go ahead and go flaps 2. And flaps 5. Alright, I'm going to go speed intervene. Leave our speed at 170 for this. Go ahead and contact tower. Princess Juliana Tower, good afternoon. American 1136, visual 10.
American 1136, Julian Tower, hello, wind 16 degrees, 4 knots, runway 10.
Clear to land 10, American 1136. Alright, clear to land. Let's go ahead and go flaps 10. And we're 10 miles out. 2,500 check. Let's go ahead and drop the gear. Here's 1,600 coming in. Our approach speed is 152 today. Alright, let's go ahead and bring the speed down to 160. Let's go flaps 15. 152 on the approach. Let's go flaps 25. And flaps 30. Go ahead and take control of the aircraft, my aircraft. Thousand checked, stable. There's one red. We're pulling it back. Alright, 2 white, 2 red on the Pappies. Pull it back a little bit here.
Approaching minimums.
Back up a little bit, we're on 3 reds now.
Minimums.
Continue. I'll let the auto throttle bring me in all the way. My hand fly.
400.
Still 2 white, 2 red.
$300.
Bring it down. Definitely want to prefer to be lower than higher.
200. $100.
High throttles.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Head down to the markers. There we go. We're down. Reversers out. Decel. Take it all the way to the end.
American 1136, welcome to Juliana, backtrack runway 10, vacate Charlie, taxi, gate of choice.
Backtrack 10, taxi Charlie, gate of choice, American 1136. Thanks for the ATC, have a great rest of your day.
You too.
Go manual braking. Go ahead and come around here. Start making the turn around now. While we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get the flaps back up. Flight director's off. I think I forgot my spoilers on that approach, but it's fine. We got it down.
Princess Julian Towers, Air Canada 239 on final from runway 10.
Air Canada
Track
239,
here.
Juliana Tower, hello. 1 traffic just vacating, continue approach to number 2.
Roger, continuing approach, Air Canada 239.
Alright, we're going to have to get off quickly here. We got 1 on approach. And they wanted us... This is Foxtrot, they wanted Charlie. There's Echo. There's Delta. And here's Charlie. I'm going to slow down. And we'll go ahead and make the turn now. Clear the runway. Perfect. Get out of the way for that Air Canada. Perfect. Let's go ahead and get the landing lights off.
Air Canada 239, winds 16 degrees, port on runway 10, click land.
Roger, Air Canada 239, cleared to lab.
We're going to take Alpha 2 today for parking. Quick exit today for us. Let's also get the APU started up. APU's coming up. We don't have a marshaller. We have the docking system here, so we'll follow that in. Easy. There we go. Perfect. Look good. Parking brake set. See if the APU's up. APU is not quite up yet. Just wait for that to get up. Then we can go ahead and put the APU gen on and get the engines off. Perfect. Those are on. Lead set. Go ahead and take engines 1 and 2 off. Seatbelt sign off. Back to standby. And there we go. And we've officially made it to St. Maarten, Princess Juliana International Airport. And the jetway's apparently trying to eat my plane. Well, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content in the future, and I will see you all in the next one.